Episode 1 of my podcast slash YouTube channel. This is very sporadic, so I have no game plan going in, but I guess I would just like to talk about issues in general. Political, economic, not necessarily all issues. I want to talk about art, books, music, I guess artwork. I like to talk about drugs, psychedelic particularly, philosophy. I'd like to talk about ideas and people, history, culture. Yeah, so motivation, health, lifestyle. These pauses aren't going to work. I might have to do jump cuts. Let's see. See if I can get on a topic and rant. Let's see. Social justice warriors. I'm just gonna beat a dead horse right now because it's just fresh on my mind because I've been following, people like Gadsad, Joe Rogan, Sam Harris, of course, Dave Rubin, etc. Sargon of Akkad, etc. Also, what's his name? Voltaire's Ghost. I just recently found him. He's also interesting. So all of those people should be checked out. And the social justice warrior thing going on is basically there's a lot going on there. But the number one thing that I can try and talk about, even though, feel free to correct me because I will always be open to different perspectives on ideas that I already have. I think it was Bertrand Russell who once said that I would never die for anything because I could have been wrong. So, yeah, you just always got to keep open mind about everything. Even though I do have a position on this, I think affirmative action is wrong. I think, like Joe Rogan said, it has good intentions, but at the end of the day, you're treating people differently on the basis of gender or skin color, and I think we should just all be treated by our actions and our ideas and our intentions, not on our genitalia or skin color, something irrelevant like that. Like, you shouldn't hire someone because they're black or because they're a woman. It's just, that's like racism almost. It's almost like telling someone to sit at the front of the bus because of their skin color. It's not exactly the same because you're giving them a benefit almost. But by forcing black people to sit on the front of the bus, you are giving the benefit to the white people to sit on the back of the bus. So by giving affirmative action, by requiring so many, minorities or women a certain position or whatever the job is, that's distractions. Taking it away from a cisgender white male that is equally or more competent for that same position. And really, competence is where it should all come into play. And it's really like a business-centered thing, affirmative action. I believe, actually. I don't know if it's... it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be in the private sector unless it was enforced. Like, you're not allowed to have all white males as employees. I don't know if that's a thing. So it's probably more enforced in like state jobs. See, I'm not very informed in all this, but it's almost scary. When I see these videos, it's like really scary. Some of these social I can't speak English, social justice warriors are frightening. They're almost aggressively, like, I don't know. It almost seems like some of them are gonna be physically aggressive with how I think they become very emotionally attached with these issues because they think they're in the right, and to a certain extent, they are certainly in the right. I mean, racism is bad, sexism is bad. These are immoral things. You should judge people on their ideas that they bring to the table, and um, how good they are of a person, I guess, is a weird way of saying it. But just their actions and the way they treat other people and the way they treat you, and no, just stay away from assholes and everyone be nice. Really, at the end of the day. But historically, some people have been oppressed, and there have been, actual laws, all of which have been abolished, I believe. I'm like 99.9% sure there's nothing like in legislature that gives benefit to one race or ethnicity or gender over another, or for that matter, sexual orientation. Yeah, gay marriage just got federally legal. So what's left? I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but all the laws are in place. So now what has to happen is minds need to be changed, and that's where it gets interesting. You're allowed to be racist. You're allowed to be sexist. You're allowed to be a homophobic. It's when you start overstepping your boundary and having that get into someone else's. Okay, so what am I trying to say here? There's a non-aggression principle in a movement called Liberace. Oh my goodness. It's basically libertarianism. Oh my god. Libertarianism, the non-aggression principle. It's basically like keep to yourself, just don't harm anyone else, do what you want with yourself, and that's fine. So like, if I just hate gays, I hate homosexuals, totally against it. It's like the worst abomination ever. That's fine. That's totally fine. Just don't stab a gay person, or steal money from a gay person, or try and stop him from going about his business in any way. You can have a burning hatred for anyone. You're allowed to. Freedom of speech, freedom of thought. You're allowed to be anything you want to be. Just don't I guess the KKK can exist and gather and talk and stuff, and even protest and hold up signs and do rallies. But you can't kill black people. You can't burn their property. None of that is acceptable. It should be stopped. It should be against the laws, I guess, if you believe in government, which I guess I do. Even though I don't identify myself often, but if I had to put myself in a category between, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, I would go towards Libertarian more often than not. There's a lot of things I think government should stay out of. Certain things I do think government should be involved in would be, at least one I'll talk about is the environment. I think we're polluting the environment, There's controversy over global warming. Most scientists say that it's true. I'm going to say it's more than likely true. But how dangerous is it really? Sure, it's happening, but how dangerous is it? I could be totally ignorant about this. Please don't attack me, or feel free to attack me, but in a polite way. Constructive criticism is what I'm looking for. So, yeah, pollution's downright gross and disgusting, and it's killing animals and all that. It's terrible. Rainforests being cut down, fuck that shit. Global warming, probably bad. Let's just try and limit our carbon footprint. And I don't think we can blame the companies about this, because we are fueling the companies. The companies exist because we're buying their products and we're supporting them by our dollars. Capitalism is real, and that's the true democracy. That's how we really vote for what we want in this country, is our what we consume, I guess. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut it short abruptly, I guess. And I'll have to probably edit this video because I paused mad times. But I would like to create another one. Adios.